It was a quiet August morning when Honorable Obi Agwocha walked through the heavily guarded gates of the Department of the State Services Detention Facility in Abuja. He had made this trip not as a politician seeking headlines, but as a representative compelled by duty, a man visiting one of his own constituents, Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. Inside the sterile walls of the DSS compound, time seemed to move differently. The corridors were lined with shadows and silence. When Agwocha was finally ushered into a small visiting room, what he saw froze him in place. Before him sat a man he could barely recognize. Nnamdi Kanu, once fiery, commanding, defiant, now looked frail, almost spectral. His face was pale, his eyes hollow yet still burning faintly with that familiar determination. For a moment, Agwocha felt as though he was staring at an apparition. Later, when recounting the moment, he would say, "Honestly, I thought I was seeing a ghost-like figure." That haunting description would ripple far beyond the walls of the DSS facility. It struck a chord across Nigeria, reigniting outrage and sorrow among those who had followed Kanu's long, controversial saga. Human rights advocates, political observers, and ordinary citizens alike began to ask what was really happening behind those fortified doors. Since his dramatic extradition from abroad in June 2021, Kanu had remained in solitary confinement, facing charges of treason and terrorism, accusations he has vehemently denied. His case has divided the nation. Supporters see him as a freedom fighter, while critics call him a dangerous agitator. But now, Agwocha's words had shifted the focus from politics to humanity. Concerns about Kanu's health were not new. His lawyers had long complained of deteriorating medical conditions, warning that his treatment in detention violated both Nigerian law and international norms. Yet this time, the alarm came from a sitting lawmaker, a voice from within the establishment itself. As news of Agwocha's account spread, international human rights organizations began renewing their calls for transparency and accountability. They demanded that Nigeria uphold global standards in the treatment of prisoners, no matter their political affiliations. And so, the story of Nnamdi Kanu, once a tale of rebellion and defiance, had taken on a new tone. It became a story of frailty, of a man caught between power and principle, and of a nation once again forced to confront the question of justice within its walls. For Obi Agwocha, that visit on August 21st would not be easily forgotten. The image of that ghost-like figure would linger in his mind, a haunting reminder of the cost of conflict and the humanity that must never be lost, even in the halls of power.